Hi, I'm Alex, and this is a graceful moment from Galatians 6:9. So Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." So in my times of serving, I have leaned on and turned to this verse often. For the reason is it can be easy to feel tired or too busy when you're serving and doing good, because life can be a challenge. There's a lot of stuff that fills your day, and by the end, the time when you want to do good, it may feel a little too tired or busy. So I like to remember that I am serving the Lord and not for man, that when I go out and do good, that I'm serving God, and all the time that I'm setting aside, the works that I'm doing are all for Him, and not necessarily the people that I'm there serving it to or for. And I also often like to pray for strength and wisdom, and even good night's rest before I go out and do the good, because in those times once again I could feel feeling tired and drowsy, but in the end God always provides. God calls us as Christians to do good, and with that, God provides each one of us with our own special, unique gift. And as I've thought to myself over the last few years, just seeing what are the things that I like to do, what are the things that I'm good at, and especially when I was thinking about career and some of those those things I wanted to do next in life, and I kind of thought to myself, what? I love serving people. I think God has given me a gift of service. And, when we use the gifts that, God has given us, He's faithful, to us. And what I've learned through my serving is it brings, joy to God, it brings joy to others, and even brings, joy to my own life. I mean, it's, joy is, brought to all. And one thing too is in serving, I've always learned that God provides. That He always provides the resources. In my green bag project, where we collect food and then sort it and turn it back into the community, God has always been there and provided enough volunteers. And even in a really cool way, a few years ago, I had a little extra scholarship money left over and was able to buy a second vehicle, just for fun, or so I thought. And I've been able to use that vehicle to serve others by collecting food and taking stuff to people. It has been just one of those unique things that I never even thought, that I would ever be provided with something that more than just a single purpose. It was really, really cool. And through serving, I feel that it brings me much closer to God, because I have to rely and trust Him when it's not easy and when it can seem a little difficult. And through my serving, I feel that it enables me to kind of shine my light to other people, in the community, in the workplace, and wherever I go to serve. So in summary, through this verse, I've learned to lean on God and to trust Him all the way through. And I've also learned to pray to God for ways that I can continue to do good, and for other ways I can use my gifts. And because really in the end, heaven is the grand reward, and God is faithful to all those who serve Him and use their gifts. So my hope is that through watching this graceful moment, that you maybe have learned that you too can even serve. And it's easy, just pray for how God can use you and your gifts that He's given you. And you can even start small, something that's maybe more regular or predictable. I'm Alex, and this is a graceful moment from God to you.